excuse my Frank, but we have a weight problem. Once again, I'm sorry. But then again, I'm not sorry, because if I was, I won't be making this video. But it needs to be said, it's out of hand. I am so over being a single man with the pick of the litter, or those who pick me or attempt to reach out to me having a weight problem. And you know, the words that one of my old classmates said to me rings true on my head. She said to me before, why do you have such a problem with bigger women? That's how it should be. Bigger women with skinny guys like you. And I said, what? What? I was like dumbfounded, like, I can't believe she just said that. I'm like, Booker T, tell me she just didn't say that. I was like, wow, the entitlement. Let a short man say something like that. He will not get any play. And you know, speaking of being chosen and things of that nature, I remember like a year or two ago, one female I met on a dating site actually looked me up, and then she sent me some things after we matched, and she sent me some things. She looked me up after that and was like, you know, I saw your video. I Googled your name. I saw your video, and you know, you said some things that really made me upset. I'm like, well, you got me. I have no regrets, and left it like that. I stand by a lot of shit. I stand by it. What you want me to do? I stand by it. Too many times guys be like, no, don't. I've just been, no, I have no regrets. A lot of you need to hear about yourselves. Guys, we have to stay extra vigilant. We have to stay hard on ourselves. Now, a lot of guys out there know that, and some of them don't give a fuck. They will continue on and be the way they want to be because they know there's a certain demographic that they're going to have carte blanche to. So it ends up being the ones that talk the most shit about what they're not putting up with. But if you look a certain way, all bets is off. If you act a certain way, all bets are off. You wonder why a lot of them end up pregnant by these no good because, like I said, look a certain way, have a certain swag a certain way, them legs stay open like a hospital for that guy. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. He owned them guts. But once this dude finished doing what he doing, and he finished putting you through the ringer, and you realize that good D ain't cutting it, guess what? You back out on your own. And now you have 1 or 2 or 3 to add to the army. And then you're looking again, and then you're thinking the next man is supposed to just pick up where homie left off at. That's not going to happen. And this is not something that is discouraging. It's just reality. You can't just be like, okay, the next guy got to step up. He ain't no real man. If you knew what the a real man was, you wouldn't have let him run up in you Kojak. Because real men don't do that. Real men don't shoot up the club and go from their and just run away from their responsibilities. We all make mistakes, but a real man will stay and own up to it. Or a real man will make sure, even if things didn't work out between you and him, that kid is more important to him than anything else in the world. Next to himself, that is. But a lot of you, get mad because now that same dude that you said was a lame, was a cornball, was this, was that, ain't choosing you no more because you kept him over. And you have the nerve to try to shame a guy for having that type of mindset? That's something your ass should have had a long time ago. And I think a lot of you hate that that these guys actually get to that point quicker than you have. These guys didn't shoot up numerous women clubs and said, F these hoes. They didn't do that. But yet you let a whole bunch of men, or you let that one dude have his way with you, and now your way of looking at men is altered. And it ain't the next man's responsibility to get you out of that funk that you're in. That mental trauma that you got, that PTSD that you got, yeah, he caused it, but also you brought it on yourself because you kept going back to get your back blown out. No doubt. He was running an A-gap like a between your legs. But you kept going back. Like, a while ago, I made a video about Damon George, who had 33 kids with 20 women. Which means a lot of these women kept having multiple kids by him. So I could sit there and solely blame Damon George, but a lot of you heifers will not blame the women for having more than one kid with this guy. Or you won't accept the fact that a lot of these women knew he ain't shit. Knew he was shooting up other clubs. There's no way in hell they didn't know better. But of course, it's always somebody saying, okay, well, why aren't you blaming the guy? Just because I'm not sitting here talking about him like a dog in detail doesn't mean I don't blame him. But you let scumbags get away with shit, and scumbags gonna scumbag. And that's just what a lot of you did. Because y'all like trauma bonding with other females. Rather than be like, you know what? Girl, you out of line. You know damn well you shouldn't have did that. How could you not know that? Y'all don't treat each other like men treat each other. Like, yo, bro, what the are you doing? Stop messing with these girls like that, man. That's what a lot of us would say. And if he don't listen, be like, yo, I wash my hands of this, bro. I told you. I told you. No, y'all don't say that to one another. Oh, it's always, why you never just blame the guy for it? That's not how men are cut. We understand that homie ain't doing it right, but be more logical like that. We realize, like, look, it takes two to tango. And you just don't get it. You just want to make sure that you are right rather than do right. And I thought that was something that was just during the pandemic. No, it seems to be something that's just wrong with us. As black people, that seems to be something that's innately wrong with us. A lot of us want to be right rather than do right. That's why you got a whole bunch of these fools online constantly talking about how they not getting a COVID vaccine because it's a conspiracy that is going to you up and all this other stuff. But like I said, they not the ones who are paying your doctor bills when you listen to them, and it just happened to be advice. It just happened to be advice. Not all of us have the same immune system. While this person said, I'm not getting that, it doesn't work for me, it doesn't benefit me, I don't need it. Just be like, you know, I hate when people take away other people's choice by fear mongering. And I hate where other women take away other women's responsibility by co-signing their and it always seems to be the women who claim they're not like these hoes out here. They'd be the first ones to trauma bond with them and be like, well, you got to understand as a woman. No. Don't even start that kumbaya shit with me. Y'all need to really start holding other women accountable. But yes, we know that women are self-aware of the bullshit that they inflict upon men. This is why they kind of keep quiet and stand to the side, because they don't want that. They know as a woman what they're capable of inflicting when it comes to cancel culture, when it comes to all the mental gymnastics, and they don't want to deal with that with other women. Whereas guys, we just step up and like, yo, that shit ain't right, bro. It's not right. If he don't listen, he don't listen. But we let it be known. We ain't no cowards. We're not saying that we command dudes and they just do what we say, but we put it out there in a space for them to be like, yo, you moving foul. A lot of you were like, well, you got to understand that Keke Palmer can wear whatever the she want. They not married. Meanwhile, you taking pictures with your boyfriend, you so in love with him, but you get online and start talking whole shit. You, one female I know, married to a whole guy and stuff. Daughter just started high school, but you online talking about you will risk it all for Usher. The are you talking? See? I'm done. You know, I'm done. Because I'm a fury. I'm here, and now I'm out. Peace.